Well, next on KCRW, White Lies return to our KCRW studios with a new album, Big TV. And ahead of a North American tour, we'll have tickets to their sold-out El Rey gig October 10th. White Lies, good morning.
Hello.
Phew. Yes, we made it.
We made it, indeed, yeah.
Hey, great to see you guys
It's
again.
so great to be back. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So let's head straight into your first set because I want to take advantage of time.
Okay.
And then we'll take a break in between sets and catch up, find out about the new album and
Perfect.
such. White Lies, live on KCRW.
We're going to start with the opening track of our new album. This is called Big TV. Slow, I'm gonna settle down slow, down to the hum of electric life and soul. Faith in my hands to trade, but for the word and the light of the bitter same. And you can get me work, but I can't work for free. I've got a room downtown with a bed and a big TV. And you can raise a star from garbage on the street. Then you can make a modern life for a modern girl to lead. Alone, I feel alone when I'm living in a building like a two-foot heaven's throne. True, it's a beautiful view, but you know they're gonna set it on fire when they feel like something new. And you can get me work, but I can't work for free. I've got a room downtown with a bed and a big TV. And you can raise a star from garbage on the street. Then you can make a modern life for a modern girl to lead. Why can't anything be real? Emotion like a movie's feel, a pill to break the control of reverie. So bring me to the hand of faith, the river of a new arcade, so I can wash this empty life away. Why can't anything be real? Emotion like a movie's feel. So bring me to the hand of faith, the river on a new arcade.
move on now to one of our favourite songs from our new record. This track is called First Time Caller.
Said I was a first time caller, but a long time listener. I've been waiting a while to talk to you. She said I was a first time caller, but a long time listener. I've been waiting a while to talk to you. Like trash from the sky, I hit a patchwork of loneliness, crooked and wild. Hung from the stars and dropped through the night into a heat wave and hot placelessness, neon tired. And I got nothing but time. She said I was a first time caller, but a long time listener. I've been waiting a while to talk to you. She said I was a first time caller, but a long time listener. I've been waiting a while to talk to you. I want you to love me more than I love you. Tell me if that's something you can do. I want you to love me more than I love you. Tell me if that's something you can do. I want you to love me more than I love you. Tell me if that's something you can do. I want you to love me more than I love you. Tell me if that's something you can do.
And next up, we have the first single from this record. It's called There Goes a Love Again.
There goes our love again. Forgive my heart, forgive my heart. There goes our love again. A lady
That's White Lies, live on KCRW this morning. The new album, Big TV. Guys, it's always nice to speak with a band at the very start of a new album campaign. Are you feeling charged up? Are you ready for the world?
Yes, definitely. We're not sick of the songs yet, put it that way.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll catch up with bands and they're just broken down.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're pretty wrecked at the moment, to be honest. We only just got in yesterday, so we're still kind of crazy jet lagged.
A little jet lagged.
And we've all come down with a horrendous cold. We're all sort of losing our voices and everything. We're falling apart. We just shot a music video in Paris in this big old warehouse, and it was so dusty and dirty, and we feel like we're still coughing that up, you know.
So straight out of the gate.
Yeah, but I think the music video is going to be great, which is the most important thing, isn't it?
Well, you'll have some time to recuperate and in advance of the show here in LA at the El Rey, which I'm pleased to say is sold out already. And we do have tickets a little bit later. That show is October 10th at the El Rey. Any other shows you're especially looking forward to as you hit North America?
I'm looking forward to all of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
North America is always an adventure for a British band, I think.
Sure.
You know, it's just, you can never get used to the size of it. So it's always exciting to come and play a few shows here.
You must like touring, because you pretty much toured for an eternity on Ritual.
Yeah. I mean, well, I suppose the tour from our first record, Today's My Life, just bled into that, you know. So we only took like a couple of months out to make the album, and then we were out on the road again. So it was certainly great to have some time off before we made this record.
Yeah, and I do want to get to that, but you know, I've seen you a few times live, and I've been a fan, you know, straight along the way from your first album, and you've always come across as very confident, very polished as a band, and I wonder, is there a downside to that at all? You know, kind of finding your comfort zone, and then, you know, I wonder about just keeping the innovation going as a group.
I think we definitely push ourselves hard, you know, to try and write music that we're happy with, and that definitely fits into a certain frame, I suppose. Like, and we do like to make very polished, I mean, to our ears, perfect records, I suppose, like in terms of sonics. But
well, it seems like, you know, creativity in general is so linked to dysfunction and despair.
Yeah.
But, you know, every time I've met you guys and seen you live, you just seem like you're really good at what you do, and it, you know, I don't know. I'm just wondering about the creative process for you. How do you kind of keep it going forward?
I think as individuals, we listen to so much music, and we try to listen to as many different kinds of music as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why this show is great, I suppose, 'cause you can hear so many different things.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that definitely keeps your creative juices flowing, and it keeps you wanting to try new things and try out different ways of writing songs. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do on our next album. We've been talking about writing a prog record for a long time. So.
And so do you bring ideas, you know, other music and different strategies into the studio when you come together?
Yeah, we actually bring very, very specific examples of things that we really like, to the point where I'm talking about, you know, sort of 10 to 15 second sections of a song, and just bring up that this is really great here. Yeah. Why don't we do something? I think there's I was remembering yesterday, there's a song on our new record called Tricky to Love, which has a chorus, and then I think another chorus immediately after, and we did that. We've never done that before, but we did it because there's this Yellow Magic Orchestra song called Sportsmen that I really like that does that, and it's just played that at one point and went, isn't that interesting? They've done 2 choruses in a row. We've never done that before. We should do it. And yeah, those kind of things.
Interesting. And who's this Ed Buller character?
He's a man of mystery, Mr. Ed Buller. Yeah. Well, he obviously produced our first record, and then just produced this one we just did as well. I think he very much feels like a father figure to us, like to the band. You know, like he really guided us through the whole process when we were making the first album. And I think we felt we remembered feeling so comfortable making that record that we wanted to make another album with him. And it was apparent straight away that it was, you know, the right choice, because we were immediately working in his house, you know, like amongst his family for about 4 months.
Wow.
And I just can't think of many producers that you would end up doing that with, you know. Yeah.
I was reading a bit where Charles in the band was talking about this kind of narrative with the album about a story of a girl who leaves a small town in Europe and goes to a big American city, and basically all she's got is a huge TV and a small bed. And so is this kind of the idea, the story of the album, Big TV?
Yeah, it's a sort of fragmented narrative, and that's certainly where she starts off in a way when she gets there. And you know, that's why we open the album and have opened our set, of course, today with Big TV.
Yeah.
But there are a few different episodes that kind of occur. Some of them more dramatic than others. And there's songs from different points of view, from her point of view, and from the people that she's left at home and the people that she meets there.
Is something wrong with just having a big TV? Is all you got? Because that's all I have. Actually, I have a big radio. That's all.
You should look into getting some chairs, I think, because I've been enjoying chairs recently in my home.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
I'm still working on house plants. That's the next thing I'm going to go for.
I've seen you've had houseplants before, Charles, and they're always just dead in the corner.
Hey, those are herbs.
You've got to keep
Those are herbs, and they're only dead because I've used the best leaves already. If you buy a basil plant, you know, you pick the biggest, chunkiest leaves first. You use them, and then every time you go to look at it again, it's like, mostly stalk now.
Let it grow again.
It's not going to grow. It's not going to grow.
I do like this idea of sort of a storyline or a narrative that provides inspiration for a whole album. Was that the case with your earlier two records at all, or is this sort of a new way to approach it?
No, I think the sort of the naming of the first two records was an afterthought, and you know, it was about looking at the songs that we'd written and figuring out sort of something that tied them together.
Yeah.
Whereas this one felt like there was some sort of agenda from the start in forging a group of songs that in some way complement each other thematically as well as and narratively as well as musically.
Did you have to whittle down? I mean, did you write much more material than you ended up using?
No, we never do that. Quite the contrary.
Yeah,
every album that we write, we end up with at least 2 songs to write in the studio.
It's quite a problem for us, actually. Really. We should try and write maybe 30 pieces of music, and we always have that in the back of our minds, like we're going to write tons of music for this album. And we always end up going into the studio 3 songs short.
Well, we
to scramble bits together.
We're so obsessive about whittling down songs until they're how we want them that, okay, some of them come about fairly quickly, but some of them just take weeks and weeks of sort of bashing away at until we feel really happy with it. And I mean, we spent a year writing this record, and we wrote 10 songs.
Well, 7.
Well, seven,
really.
We wrote the last song on the album, Goldmine, literally in the last 6 hours of the studio time that was paid for in Brussels, and we had no extra money to buy any more studio time, so whatever happened, that was going on the record. It's actually turned out fine.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where, you know, it could have been we should have put a 45-second piece of silence between the 9th and the 10th song just to sort of trick people into thinking it was over.
White Lies are live in studio. We look forward to the show October 10th at the El Rey. It is sold out, but we have tickets to give away in a little bit, and they'll also hit major U.S. cities like Boston, Chicago, San Francisco, New York City. So you can catch them out there if you're listening online at KCRW.com. Shall we head into your second set?
Yeah, let's have a go.
Are you gonna play only songs from the new album? Or are you gonna touch on some older stuff?
No, we're touching on some. In fact, the rest of our set is old songs now. So we're going to play a song called Power and the Glory, which is on our second album.
All
Original.
right. White Lies, live on KCRW.
What if I were to disobey? Give you back the power, would I be punished like a child and left on my own? Would you think me ungrateful and send me away if I couldn't make you happy? Who's empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble, running through the flames. Who's empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble, running through the flames. Who's empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble, running through the flames. Who's empty-handed leaving As the first stone, would you think me a coward? Though I'd be the hero and come home a hero. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. Well, really, I hadn't noticed until I had the power to give it all back. Until I felt the glory when the buildings collapsed. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. Oh, really, I hadn't noticed until I had the power to give it all back. Until I felt the glory when the buildings collapsed. It was empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble and running through the flames. It was empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble and running through the flames. It was empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble and running through the flames. It was empty-handed leaving as I was when I came, tiptoeing through the rubble and running through the flames. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. Oh, really, I hadn't noticed until I had the power to give it all back. Until I felt the glory when the buildings collapsed. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. Oh, really, I hadn't noticed until I had the power to give it all back. Until I felt the glory when the buildings collapsed. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory. I gave you back your power, I gave you back your glory.
You have to give us a couple of seconds here while Charles and Rob change their guitars. But the next song we have for you is off our very first album. It's called Farewell to the Fairground.
like home. There's no place like home. Keep on. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Keep on. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Keep on. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Keep on. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Farewell to the fairground. These rides aren't working anymore. Goodbye to this dead town. Until the ice begins to thaw. We'll head south and hold my hand now. I feel like I've cast out my clothes and I'm running through the snow towards the sunset. And I'm always with you, hey.
The next song we have for you guys is another one of our first album called To Lose My Life.
He said to lose my life, to lose my love. That's the nightmare I've been running from. So let me hold you in my arms a while. I was always careless as a child, and there's a part of me that still believes my soul will soar above the trees. But a desperate fear goes through my blood that our dead love buried beneath the mud. Let's go home together and die at the same time. Let's go home together and die at the same time. He said, I've got no time, I have to go. And I was more right than I will ever know. He said, my heart is faithful, mine's regret, and left him crying next to the chapel stairs. Let's go home together and die at the same time. Let's go home together and die at the same time. He said, let's go home together and die at the same time. Let's go home together and die at the same time. He said.
White Lies. Nicely done, fellas. Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about the sniffles.
Hey, well, you know,
Unavoidable, I'm afraid.
it's that video shoot in Paris. So we have tickets for the sold-out show at the El Rey, October 10th, and copies of Big TV to give away. Before we head into an encore, you do have one more song for us, yeah?
We do indeed, yeah.
All right, so let me put these tickets and CDs out there. Thursday, October 10th, sold out at the El Rey, White Lies, and we've got copies of Big TV for KCRW members. If you have not won a giveaway from us in the past 90 days, call us right now for your chance to win. 877-600-KCRW. That's 877-600-5279. These CDs and tickets available to our current members only, first-come, first-served basis, and they're non-transferable. All right, well, thanks again for coming through this morning.
Our pleasure. Always our pleasure to play this show. Thank you for having us.
Wishing you all the best. White Lies, live on Morning Becomes Eclectic.
We're going to finish up with another song from our first record called Death. Watching the world so small below. I love the dreaming when I think of the safety in the clouds out my window. I wonder what keeps us so high up. Could there be love beneath these wings? If we suddenly fall, should I scream out? Or keep very quiet and cling to my mouth as I'm crying, so frightened of dying? Relax, yes, I'm trying, but fear's got a hold on. Yes, this fear's got a hold on me. Yes, this fear's got a hold on me. I love the quiet of the night time, when the sun is drowned in a deathly sea. I can feel my heart beating as a speed run. The sense of time catching up with me. Skylight out like a pathway. But who decides which road we take? As people drift into a dream world, I close my eyes as my hands shake. Will I see a new day? Who's driving this anyway? I picture my own grave. This fear's got a hold on me. Yes, this fear's got a hold on me. Yes, this fear's got a hold on me. Yes, it's been